Hello everyone, this is Jessica with the Two Sticks and String podcast, and Berlin is making a guest appearance today. This is a podcast all about knitting, crochet, cross-stitch, K-pop, cats. And if any of that seems right for you, sit down, grab a drink, grab a project. Let's sit and chat for a minute. If not, that's totally okay, I understand. There's a lot of different podcasts available for everyone, and just because you haven't found it with me doesn't mean you won't find the right one for you, so I encourage you to explore and look around. If you want to get in touch with me, you can find me on Instagram as Armywifeknitlife or Armywifeknitlife DStash, and you can find me on Ravelry as Armywifeknitlife. We also have a group on Ravelry, Two Sticks and String group. Just look for Patrol of the Owl. You see them at the beginning of every podcast episode. You'll know you're in the right place. I want to welcome any new viewers and say hi, hello, welcome back to any returning viewers. It has been 2 months, y'all, and school has been kicking my behind. That is why I am here now after so long. So let's get started, shall we? First off, it is Color Your Stash 2022. Woohoo! We are currently in November, so the color is black, but there's only a few days left. And therefore, I'm going to go ahead and say that December's color is red. If at the end of December you want to get all of your chances in for prizes, do it. Submit work in progress pictures with the color of the month. Submit finished objects, because finished objects are double points when they're finished in the right month. Enter. There are 2 amazing indie dyed yarn prizes when you win. So, if you've watched my previous episodes where I had announced winners, Berlin is currently eating a porcelain doll. Lovely. You can see the commercial yarn prizes that I gave away, and they were pretty awesome. They are going to be delivered to Deborah over Christmas because she was lucky enough to win both the Instagram and the Ravelry prize at the same time. How awesome is that? That's pretty lucky, right? All right, let's get started with some faux. First off, this is the Rios Beanie. I knit it out of Malabrigo yarn in the Illusion colorway. I'm going to go kind of quickly today because it's Thanksgiving break, but that doesn't mean I don't have any homework. So we're going to go quickly. This is the Rios Beanie, as I said. Colorway is Illusion. I absolutely adore it. I think it's beautiful. This yarn was left over from the reindeer hat that I knit last episode for my math class. And I really love how subtle it is with the shaping. Okay. Thank you, Stan, for your dedication and standing still. I also have 3 pairs of socks. These were a whip last time you saw them. This is the Nessie colorway from the yarn jar, and the heels and cuff are from Knit Picks Stroll in the teal colorway. These sock blockers are from Knitting Left. They were a gift a few years ago from Melissa of Honeybee Knits, and it has my tagline on it of "Do What Makes Your Heart Sing." For me, that's 2 sticks and string. I love them to this day, and they have owls. That makes them even better. If y'all didn't know, owls are kind of one of my favorite things. If you are ever in this craft room, you will see at least a few. There's one right there. Next pair is these from Milan Yedro. As we know that I can never say her name. This is the St. Peter's colorway for Desert Vista Dye Works on the Zian colorway. I knit all of my socks the same, toe up, with a fish lips kiss heel. And these do have 3-inch cuffs. They're just really spread out because of the sock blocker. I love these though. I just think that they are stunning. My final pair. This sock blocker set is from Alex Workshop Design in Ukraine. They are probably not open right now, but should they ever open, they're on Etsy. They make beautiful sock blockers. I have a lot of theirs. Okay, Desert Vista Dye Works, ZM Base again. This is Night Fishing at Antibes. That means there's only one pair left for this year. Hooray! I think I'm going to do some Monster Scrappy socks for the month. I haven't decided 100% yet, but that's most likely what it's going to be because I'm trying to do leftovers for all Desert Vista Dye Works socks this year. And the leftovers I have at this point are not large enough to make socks on their own, and we are allowed one pair of scrappy socks per year, so it's most likely what it's going to be. All right, now for my big finish. Last time y'all saw this, it was nowhere near finished. You hadn't even seen it last episode because I hadn't been working on it. It is the sea glass tee. And it is complete. I love it so much. Okay, this is all leftover yarn from Desert Vista Dye Works, my wrap line project that I did. Not Desert Vista Dye Works. Oh my goodness. This is all leftovers from Hawaii Bazaar Yarn Co. from my BTS wrap line shawl. For that project, I had made them all. My cat is driving me up the wall. Berlin. Ma'am. She's chewing on a different porcelain doll now. Anyways, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm out of practice. That's okay. For the wrap line, I had the colors be knit in chronological order this time. I just went with what looked pretty and when I felt I needed a pop. So the cuffs and like collar and hem are all in my universe. Again, it's all Hawaii Bazaar Yarn Co. And some of these colors that I can see right off the top are not today. It's a beautiful purpley orange. You can see it down here. This bright stripe here, that is Serendipity and Black Swan. Up here, this one is with the red. That is Intro Persona. We have Permission to Dance and Dynamite in here. And it does still need to be blocked, which is why the hem is rolling up on the sleeves and the hem. But this was so fun to knit. It was a great way to use scrappy leftovers. The pattern just said to like change every row. I did not do that. I did it every few rows because I felt it gave it a little more consistency. And let's be honest, ends are not my favorite thing in the world, and I really don't do them that often. I don't weave them. But I didn't want to have just this string of tangles once I finished. So I did weave and Steven the inside of them. You can see it on this side. Here we go. And weave and Steven is how I will forever do my ends. Because it was so simple. And I know that they are secure in there. I don't have to worry. I will snip those once I officially block this. I just haven't blocked it yet because school. It's why this podcast is going to be a very hot mess, and I apologize in advance, but I don't have the brain space to re-record, so that's where we are. Alright, that is all of my finished objects. I do have some whips, and also I wanted to just point out that at the end of this episode, there's going to be some video of the other reason why I've been absent lately. We're going to leave it at that for now. I'll get into it in life updates. So I do have a pair of socks on the needles. It is not Desert Vista Dye Works because it's not December yet. This is from Nomadic Yarns, and it is, I believe, the Modern Romance colorway. They are leftovers from a pair I made for my Aunt Tracy a few years ago for Christmas. So I am teaching a friend to knit, and the project she wanted for her second project ever was a pair of socks. So I have been using these to teach her. I've gotten her through the first half of her Fish Lips Kiss Heel, but we have to sit down and make time to get through the other half. So I need to get this up to that point before we meet again. As I said, all my socks toe up Fish Lips Kiss Heel, 27 stitches on each needle, and I switch between a 1 and a 1.5 for needles. Just depends on what empties are cold and need to have a sock to warm them up. These are carbons and they are a size 1. Okay. This is one that I don't think y'all have seen ever. This is the 3-color Cashmere Cowl by Joji Locatelli. It has been on my queue to make for forever. It was on my Make 9 2 years ago, and I did not get to it. But I have officially cast it on. I'm still on the first little section, but I am loving it. I am just using Knit Picks Capretta. This is their white color. I have this like dark teal, and I have a pewter as well. It's not pewter, I'm sorry. It's sagebrush. It's going to be beautiful. I will get into that next color within the next little section. This is being knit on a 16-inch Chowgu lace on size 2s. And I have a Hawaii Bazaar Yarn Co. BT21 stitch marker. It's Mung, and he sparkles. Because really, again, is there ever an episode where I don't discuss BTS? Because we have a BTS sweater, we have BTS stitch markers. It's fabulousness. We will get into a little bit more BTS in a minute. Not a whip, I promise. Okay. My final whip is this beauty. You know her, you love her, you haven't seen her in over a year at this point. It is the Find My Way sweater by Dragon Horde Yarns, which is Tristan Molina. It's just beautiful. This is where I was last time y'all saw it, which was, again, like March of 2021. And I added these 2-ish cables onto my sweater, and it's just amazing. I have been loving working on this again. The yarn was dyed by a friend when I had expressed that knitting a plus size sweater in indie dyed yarn is a little inaccessible for plus size people. She had said, I'd like to dye you something in your favorite color. Tell me what it is and I'll gladly dye it for you. And I had told her green because obviously green is the best color ever. And she dyed this and it's perfect. I love it. And it looks like there is a line of color difference. There is not, I promise. It's just, that's what the lighting is today. It is all the same, I guarantee. Okay, other than that, this is something that I've been working on over break because it requires a lot of headspace and brain space to be able to think and do cables right now. It's not just one cable, it's 6. So I have to be not worried and stressed about anything to work on this. And with Thanksgiving break, I've been able to have the time to do so. My crazy, insane goal is to get this finished by the end of the year. My even crazier, even more insane goal is to have this done before I fly to Mississippi to visit my parents in a few weeks. I don't know if I'll be able to do that, but at this point, I have just finished the body, and I'm ready to separate for the front and back panels of the sweater. So it might happen, it might not, I don't know, but I'm going to give it a good college try. Okay, that is all for whips, guys. I do have one stash acquisition. These were a gift from a friend as a thank you for letting her borrow my wheel, which we all know I haven't used, so someone should get to use it. But she gave me these beautiful Mickey Christmas, I almost said Halloween, Mickey Christmas ornament stitch markers, and they are stunning. Absolutely stunning. I love them. I am so happy to have them. I love the holidays and I love winter time. So these are just perfect. Okay. We've hit life updates. As I said, I'm on Thanksgiving break from school. Classes, one in particular, has been kicking my behind. I am loving all of them. I'm doing well as of right now. I have a 4.0. Things can obviously change. I have some math that I still is waiting to be graded. And I have a class that I'm struggling with citations on. But I just have to wait and see what that's going to bring. And that's a whole other mess right now. But I'm enjoying school still. I have this last week of classes, and then I will be done with finals by December 8th. It seems like this year's just flown by. It really has. Which is good. I have needed the classes to keep me busy though, because my hubby is on his field trip. These are the videos you're going to see at the end of this. I recorded part of the day he left because a lot of people don't get to see that part. And I think it's important when you're saying you want to support spouses or military families. This is a part of our everyday lives, and it's not discussed enough. It's a really sad event. I made sure that there are not any classified information being spoken about in the background. So it is a safe thing to watch. They have long since landed and gotten where they need to go. So it's not breaking operational security or anything, but it is something very important that I wanted to share with y'all because it's part of my day and my everyday life. He's not going to be back for a few months, but I'm on post, so I'm safe, thankfully. And it's been an adjustment. That's why I'm going to my parents' over the holidays, because he doesn't want me to spend 3 weeks here with no class to drive to and miss my favorite time of year. So I will be flying to Mississippi for a week just to break it up. I am still taking a class online over the winter break just to try and get ahead and have a little less to do over the next year and a half until I graduate. So if I can handle one class at a time, it's just one less to do later when I have harder classes. Other than that, that's all I've got for y'all. Next year, I am going to be participating in the Year of the BAP. Hello again. Hello again, Berlin. She just wants the camera on her. I'm going to be participating in Year of the BAP, the big asinine project. That's where we're going to go with for that middle one. I am going to be knitting the Adventurous cardigan with Tyra and Deborah. Yeah, I'm calling you out, Tyra, again. You best be participating. I'll hear about it all. I'll hear about this later in the Zoom chat. I look forward to it. I am also going to be participating in the Kelvin Hall shawl knit along, and I think that's it for right now that I can guarantee. I'm taking 18 credit hours next semester, so I don't know if I'll have much time for anything else. I am going to be also doing some makeup projects just because I'm having fun with makeup right now. And I will be looking forward to all of the BTS things that are happening. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, they announced at the end of the Busan concert in October that all of the boys are officially going to enlist, and Jin, the oldest member, his enlistment starts on December 13th. So it's coming up fast. It's the day after I start my winter classes, and we have RM is his new album. His solo album is coming out on the 2nd called Indigo. I'm really excited about it. J-Hope is performing at the Mama Awards that are this week. And everyone else we don't really know too much yet. Jungkook just performed at the World Cup in Qatar, and that was really cool. He premiered his new song Dreamers. But as I said, that's kind of all I got for y'all right now. So as I said, stay tuned if you want to see some of what life is like when you deploy as a spouse. And until next time, do what makes your heart sing. For me, that's 2 sticks and string. See ya. Good morning, everybody. It is 4:12 a.m. I got up about 20 minutes ago. The Hubs is deploying today, so I figured I would give you a little glimpse into what it's like. This is why I haven't been podcasting much. There's been a lot going on with everything happening here, so we're up early, we're gonna make it to a bus, and we're gonna have a great day and a sad time leaving. Yeah. And I hope that this helps any other mill spouses going through this, because this is our second out of 10 years together, and it's the second one we've ever had, and it's our second this year. So we're people and we say goodbye, and it's hard every time. So here's a different Sunday Hyundai. So since he's going to be gone for his birthday and the holidays, we opened presents last night, and we spent our last weekend watching movies and TV shows, eating all of our favorite foods that he's not going to be able to get for a while. And what have we been watching?
The Mole.
Yeah, we've been watching The Mole.
Yeah.
Who do you think is the mole?
I don't know.
He's not good at those games, but he puts up with them for me. So we're getting ready to head to where the bus is, and we're gonna be there for a while because Joy's being commander. He has to be there before everyone else. So I am packed and ready. I've got Diet Coke. I have my Kindle. I have my phone. I have a portable battery. And I got my tissues. They are the most essential thing for any upcoming field trip or deployment or field duty, any of them. So it's going to be a long time. I will show you guys what the bus looks like and just a little bit of what the soldiers deal with this early in the morning. I took off school for the week. I might go back on Friday. I haven't decided yet, but all of my professors have been super supportive and understanding, and they've sent me notes on lectures. They've sent me recordings of class I'm missing, or they will send, and they've extended my due date on a lot of assignments that are due this week, and they don't have to do that, so it's really generous of them, and I am grateful and appreciative. It's going to be a hard week. His birthday is this weekend, but I already have plans, so I can't be sad. I'm going to go see Anastasia on campus because the Broadway National Company is touring right now, and they're stopping at Pembroke, so that's pretty awesome and unique. We've also had the Fayetteville Symphony there already. It was a John Williams night, so it was really interesting. It had Schindler's List and Harry Potter, Jaws, Star Wars, all the classic John Williams songs, Indiana Jones and E.T. too. We are also getting this year the Ukraine Symphony Orchestra. We have Legally Blonde coming. We have Chicago. We have the Nutcracker. There's a holiday performance. And then what you could have done for homecoming, I did not, is it was a 90s throwback night. So it was Quad City DJs, the C Music Factory, Tone Loc, and I think there was someone else I can't quite remember. But I mean, they were big names. They're just no longer making music, and they came to our campus and did a performance for like a $20 ticket, which is awesome for students, but most of them don't even know who they are. So yeah, we are getting ready to head out, and I will see you at the bus stop. It's currently 6:24 a.m. We've been here since about 4:40, just waiting for bus to arrive. All of our bags have been taken out, and the rear D, the people that are staying behind in the detachment, unloaded all of their bags, and they're currently, you can kind of see, lined up right there because it was raining earlier. They're trying to make the journey as easy as they can. This is a basic, I mean, it's a parking lot, but this building is the finance detachment company, and so this is the, up here is actually where my husband's office is, because he's the commander, so he's on the top floor. And yeah, it's been a long day. I've already cried twice, but it's all right. It's gonna be a lot more before the day's over, but we roll with the punches and we make it happen.
The chair, like he was
Okay, y'all. He is officially on the bus, and they're just waiting for everyone to be accounted for, everyone to be settled, and then they're going to be leaving. Sorry, you can see cars leaving. That's all spouses that are headed home now that they're soldiers on the bus. I will not be leaving until the bus leaves. I just feel it's appropriate as the commander's wife to see them off. I am not strong enough to stand out there and wave, but I will be in here and waving. Typically don't like to post anything that is sad or emotional, because it gives me anxiety to put that side out there and make myself vulnerable. However, I feel it's important. A lot of people don't get to see this side of life for most military people. We're a very small population in regards to the rest of the US, and typically I would say if you've been exposed to the military like you're a brat like I was, you stay in the life. And there are people that join in that are new, and there are people that walk away from it when they're adults and they don't have to anymore. But it's still a very small part of the population, and people will say all the time, thank you for your service, and we're thinking of you, and that's very much appreciated for them. I'll say that on behalf of my husband. He appreciates it. He gets really awkward when he hears it, but he does appreciate the thought. But and this is not a mil spouses serve too thing. I don't wear boots, I don't wear the uniform, I don't put on a rank every day. I just support someone who does. But I think it's important to see and be cognizant of what a day like today is like. Because people will say, oh yeah, my friend's sister's husband or their cousin is over there, and it's sad, but a lot of times you don't even think about it. But on the day that it happens and it's directly affecting your everyday life, it's a little different. So I know this is a little different Sunday Hyundai kind of material, but I felt it was a story that needed to be told. And so I'm here, and I am broken out from stress. I have no makeup because I knew I was gonna cry. Planned ahead. When I get home, I have pizza that just needs to be baked for dinner tonight. I have a movie marathon planned. I have my emotional support RJ. I'll send you. I'll put a picture in somewhere of my emotional support RJ, so you know what I'm talking about. It's a stuffed doll of RJ, the BT21 character, because he's the most huggable of them all for me, and he's the one I actually own. Because he's my favorite of the BT21 characters. But yeah, I'm taking it easy. As I said, I'm not going to school for most of this week, probably, and I'm just going to take it day by day until I can adjust to my new normal. So, I stress baked cookies yesterday, and I knew I was going to be stressed, so I planned to make them yesterday. But a lot of his soldiers had asked if I could make them for him, for them to eat. There's 26 of them going, and I think it might be more. But I knew I wanted to have enough for everyone that was helping and everything, so I stress baked. I made 124 cookies yesterday. And I still have more cookie dough, but I was exhausted and could not stand up anymore at this point. So cookie dough is getting frozen, and I will make it at a later date. But I made my normal sea salt chocolate chip, and they are on the bus with them as we speak. So that is everything, and I hope y'all have a great rest of your day.